What's going on, guys? This is Ton again. I'm actually doing a video on the TRX4 when you're using the Castle Creation Mamba X or Mamba Micro X. In this build, I am using the Castle Creation Mamba Micro X. The reason why is because I needed space. I'm putting a full interior in with this truck when I build it, so I needed the space. For all you guys that don't know, this truck here is actually Project Crew Cab. It's actually up and running right now. I'm just in test phase right now. So now the Castle Creation Mamba X system actually has a cool feature, which uses this a little auxiliary cable for like an auxiliary channel. And what it is, it will actually let you switch between two different modes. The modes you can actually select by hooking up to the Castle Link, and you can select them. Now, the nice thing about the TRX4, it actually has a 2-speed transmission. So, if you actually hook up the actual auxiliary mode with your 2-speed servo, you can actually have your two different speeds with your two different modes. So, the mode that I have set up on here is Rock Racer and Rock Crawler. Rock Racer, there's no drag brake at all. So full power, full throttle, everything else, that works out great. So in high gear, you don't want the drag brake or anything, so which is nice. In low gear, it'll go into crawler mode, so it'll actually have the drag brake implemented and everything. So when you're in low gear, you have drag brake. When you're in high gear, you don't have drag brake. Now, how I have it set up, I'll actually show you on the Castle Link. So as you can see, it's actually hooked up here to my Castle Link. And I'll explain the wiring afterwards. So here is the Castle Link. So my basic settings, as you can see, so I have LiPo 3.4, crawler reverse mode. You have to actually reverse the mode on your ESC when you're running a censored motor for the TRX4. BEC voltage is 5.5 and the other one is 7.5. I only run a 6-volt system, so that's why it's set up for 5.5, but I will be running an external BEC to actually get it at the true 6 volts that I need it. I don't run any high voltage servos or anything like that, and I don't want to fry the micro servos. So yes, I will be running an external BEC to get my 6 volts. I wish this feature actually had 6 volts on the Micro X, but it doesn't, which kind of sucks. I don't know why, but whatever. I'll just run a BEC to get that what I want. So we're gonna go to power. I have everything, as you can see, set. Just normal. Forward power is 100%, 80% rear. I don't have any of the boost or anything like that. Start power is just normal. And now, advanced is where the most important stuff. So, as you can see right here is the auxiliary wire mode. As you can see, Rock Racer crawler mode is what I have it set for. You can actually have different other settings too, as you can see. So, like max power adjustment, reverse percentage adjust, maximum brake adjustment, drag brake adjustment, reverse enable or disabled, torque control adjustment. I just put it on this. When you're running a TRX4, this is the mode you should run it on, just because it works very, very well on this mode. All this here is just normal motor, as you can see. It's motor direction is reverse, censored only. I have all that kind of stuff normal. Okay, so back at the basic, as you can see down here, brake amount I have it really set really low, just because with the TRX4 you don't need a lot actually to make it stop or anything. So 25% for brake amount, and then drag brake I only have 10%. Now, the reason why I only have 10% is because actually when it's in low gear, the gear reduction is so much that it's got its own drag brake if you think about it. But the nice thing is if you just want to crawl down a hill or something like that, you can actually set the adjustment for your drag brake for your likings to see how fast it rolls down or something like that, or slows down itself. So far, with this truck, I haven't played with it too much because this truck's a show truck, so I'm not. I have no real use for it, but I hooked it up just for that functionality. I think if I'm pulling a trailer or something with a lot of weight on it, then this would help. So that's why I have it set so low. Now, what I would suggest on a stock TRX4, probably no more than 25%, I think, to be honest with you. So those are the settings there. So how I got it wired. This right here is actually a custom made Y adapter that I made. So the one side goes to the receiver for the channel for the 2-speed, and then the servo goes into it, and then the auxiliary wire goes into it. So when it sees its signals, it'll actually work. Now, here's something I actually had to learn the hard way. Traxxas servos signal polarity is actually reverse than pretty much all servos that are aftermarket servos on the market. So let's say if you put an aftermarket servo in here, instead of being in low gear for the for crawler mode, this will actually be in high gear, and then it will be in high gear with crawler mode, and then low gear with rock racer mode. So it really screwed me up, and I was trying to figure out how to reverse the polarity and everything, or change the polarity of the auxiliary, and you can't. So that's why I have the stock Traxxas servo in here until I find a new servo that actually works that way. Unless you're actually going to get an adapter that will actually reverse the signal on the servo. So that's something to give you guys a heads up for anybody that's already upgraded their servos. You got to be careful on that. So it has to be working. It works this way with the stock servo signal, so it's reverse again. Other than that, it works great. I would recommend the Castle system for your TRX4. I would not recommend the Micro X. I got the Micro X again just because this is a show truck, so this is not something that's going to be out in the trails or anything like that. So if you're going to get a new brushless system, buy the Castle X. Great system. It's waterproof out of the box. Censored, so it's super smooth. As you can see, I'm not running the Castle motor in this one. Actually, the Castle motor is actually in my other truck, the Project Regular Cab TRX4, which the body is still at paint. Can't wait to get that back so I can actually do an actual unveiling on that. So pumped to get that one back. But I am going to be switching this motor, I think, maybe. I don't know yet. I kind of like the speed how it is, so maybe I'll just leave it. But I hope you guys like this video. Like the information I gave you guys about the actual auxiliary for the TRX4. So if you guys actually have a TRX4 and actually have the Mamba X system, hook that up, guys. Set it up and hook it up, man. Trust me, it'll make a night and day difference with your truck. Alright, guys. Later.